Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Hello everyone and welcome to your English class. In our lesson today, we will continue with our third unit, which is titled, You've Got Mail. Our lesson today is the for meaning and function lesson in the second part in your books, page 42 and 43. All you need for the lesson today is your books, page 42 and 43, a sheet of paper and a pen to take down your notes. So let's get started. We start from the homework from the previous lesson, which is on your books, page 104. Exercise P. In here, you're supposed to complete the chart. Use it to help you write about who you communicate with and how you communicate with them. So we will choose a personality, someone that you are about to communicate, send a message to. Then how are you going to communicate? Are you going to use text messages, email, mail? What is it? Then why would you choose this means of communication? So for me, I have chosen to speak about friends. For friends, I believe that I will use whether text messages or I will use phone calls. Whether this or that, all of them are okay. Why? I would say that it is easier to just text them as quick as possible. And it's also faster. I always have my phone in my pocket, so the only thing that I will do, I will pick it up and send with a click. Also, it's much more convenient. Whenever I remember something, I will just text it. Phone calls are very easy and also they are very fast. I will take the information at the moment. One another relationship is with your teacher. With my teachers, I would choose to send emails. My teachers, I always send them to emails. Why? Because I believe it is much more formal. It is the most formal way to communicate with people. Also, I can attach documents if I want to send a video, a photo or a picture, or I will add a document which is my homework or project. So in this way, I can attach it within an email. Also, I can write long messages regardless of how long. You're now going to pay for them. You're now going to, you can write as long as you can. We now have limited spaces. How about your grandparents? How about your parents, your relatives, maybe your colleagues, not friends, close friends, your colleagues? How would you communicate with them? Choose someone, the way of communication, then get why would you choose this rather than any other way of communication. Okay, for our lesson today, by the end of today's lesson, you will be able to use there is and there are correctly. We will compare them. Also, you will be able to spell plural nouns correctly. It's about the plural form. And you will be able to identify the definite article the. We will focus on the definite article the. Let's get started with them all. At the beginning in here, we'll go back to our friend's story who was a paper boy. But this time we're going to highlight different sentences. Let's listen. I got my first job when I was 12 years old. I used to work as a paper boy delivering newspapers to people in my village every morning. There are many houses in the village. That's why I am used to working house. I used to get up as the sun rises, so to deliver the newspapers to half of the village, while my friend Ben would deliver to the other half of the village. I used to meet the children and people of the village. I didn't used to love working on rainy days. However, today I am used to working under any circumstances. The words that are here in green and red, we're going to highlight them one by one as we get to the grammatical rule. At the beginning, we'll speak about the idea of there is and there are. And I believe that you are familiar with there is and there are. You're telling me about things that are around us to describe the house, your room around you. So there is a house at the corner. And here we have used there is. It's not there are. Then we're having there is a boy delivering with me. Another boy delivering the letters or the newspapers with me. The other side, there are many houses in the village. And also, there are lots of people there. One side we're having there is, the other side we're having there are. Okay, so we use there is if we're having a singular noun. Singular noun, it means only one. What is the singular noun in here? Here we're having a house, one house, and the other one we're having a boy, one boy. So there is one, only one. How about there are? There are, we will use it with the plural noun. Any noun that gives you the meaning of more than one. Let's say plural, more than one. Okay, what are the plural nouns? Here we're having houses, and the other one we're having people. Not one house, houses, maybe 10 houses. People, not one man or one lady, many people. We don't have one. So there is come with singular, with one. However, there are, it comes with more than one. Okay, so there is and there are singular nouns. There is a phone message for you. Where is the singular noun? It is a phone in here. And plural nouns, we have, there are lots of unanswered emails. Notice, it's not email, emails. And lots will give us the sense that we're having not only one, we're having many emails. So there is and there are. Now let's look at this picture and we will come up with sentences with whether there is or there are. The first one in here, let's speak about this one. What is it? And will you use there is or there are? It's actually one. I will say there is a clock. It is a clock. There is a clock. Let's look at another thing. What do we have in here? Is it one or more than one? Books. So more than one. I can see here up to 4 or 6 books. I will say there are books. Notice the S, books. Let's say 4 to 6 books. The other one, how many? What do we have? We're having 2 groups. Each one of them is a bookshelf. You can put the books on, and you can put here, we're having a vase, and we're having computers, books as well. So we're having 2. So I will say there are 2 bookshelves. Notice bookshelves. 2 of them, not 1, 2. Also in here, what do we have? There is a computer. Only one computer. We're having 1 computer. How about this one? What is it? It's actually a board. We'll say there is a board. 1 board, so we will use a. Now in your books, page 43, exercise C. Look at the picture, write sentences to describe the different ways people communicate. We will come up with sentences and using there is and there are. Let's try to take a look at the picture in here. We're having a cafe, we're having a menu, some people are ordering food, the others are chatting, and many people are doing different things. So we will say, there are many people at the cafe. So people, more than one, are. Next, there are 2 ladies ordering coffee. 2 ladies at the cashier are ladies. Also, we're having there is a menu on stand. Only one menu on a stand. A menu, 1, and we used is. The other one, there are 5 people sitting outdoors. We're having these 5. All of them are sitting outside. are people because it is 5 in here, not 1. Also, there is a lady working on her computer. So, one, only one, a lady. There is a lady. And there is a plant next to the cashier. There is a plant, only one. There are plants, however, there is a plant. Speaking about the way that they communicate, we're having someone is using the phone, another is using the computer, and there are 2 friends who are talking face to face with each other. Okay, now in your books, page 43, and here, exercise Q, complete the sentences with there is or there are, whether there is or there are. And we will underline what, let's say the noun, whether singular or plural. Some letters on the coffee table. What can we tell? Is or are? Actually, there are letters, not one, some. There is a letter. There is a magazine, one magazine. Notice the a. The a in here, the indefinite article, means one. A newspaper on the kitchen table. So there is one newspaper on the kitchen table. A tablet computer on the sofa. There is a tablet computer on the sofa, one tablet. How about a cell phone on the kitchen chair? Actually, there is, because it is one. It is only one cell phone on the kitchen chair. 6 books on the armchair. How many? We're having 6, more than 1 books. So we will use there are. Okay, number 7. A pen and some paper on the kitchen table. Here we're speaking about the pen, a pen. So is or are. There is a pen and some paper on the kitchen table. A telephone on the shelf next to the books. One telephone. So there is a telephone on the shelf next to the books. Okay? 1, you will use there is. More than 1, 2, and more, you will use there are. Then let's speak about the plural. We have already spoken about the plural idea. They are actually nouns. Nouns are actually of 2 types. Whether they are singular, it means one if we're counting, or they are like when we're saying village, man, boy, and newspaper. Only one. One man, one village, one newspaper, and we're having one boy. It means a or an. The other, if we're counting, we're having plural. What do we mean by plural? Plus 1, more than 1, 2, 3, up to unlimited. So only 1 or more than 1. So the plural is like when we say not one village, villages, 2 villages. Also, 1 man, 3 men. 1 boy, then we will say 5 boys. And one newspaper and many newspapers. So in the plural, we mean that we are having more than 1. Okay. And we will use with the singular, as we have mentioned, there is 1, and there are more than 1. There is and there are. Okay. Now how can we form the plural nouns? We're having singular. I want to change it into plural. We all agree and we all know that to form a plural from a singular noun, just add an S. So instead of saying pen, I will say pens. Bag, bags. Card, we will have cards. Just add the S at the end. Bags, cards, and pens. How about if the word, the singular noun, ends with an S letter, CH, SH, O, or X? I can't add another S to them. So in this case, we're going to add ES. You will add not only S, E plus S. So bus will be buses. Then watch, watches. Flash, flashes. And also hero, heroes. And box, we will have boxes. Notice the S, ES, C-H-E-S. S-H, we will have E-S. O, we will have an E-S, as well as the X, we will have an E-S. Okay? How about if we're having a word that ends with a Y? Think about any word that ends with a Y, like city. Can we add an S? No. We will take out the Y and replace it with an I-E-S. An I-E-S. So story, stories. No Y, I-E-S. City, drop the Y, I-E-S. Fly, we will drop the Y and use I-E-S. However, if we're having before the Y, we're having a vowel, so we will having a different story in here. It will only be an S. So in here, boy, notice the O before the Y, so boys. You can't add more vowels like I-E-S, O-I-E-S. Day, here we're having a vowel before the Y. You can say A, I, E, and S, so it will be just days. You will only add S. Okay? How about if the word ends with an F or F-E? A word ends with F or F-E. We will change the F into V. It will be V. Any words? Can you remember any word that ends with an F or F-E? Like wife, life, and leaf. Wife will be wives. We will change the F into V. Also, we're having life. We will change the F into V. Lives. And leaf, we will change the F into V. And it will be leaves. It will be leaves with S, no ES. Okay? So leaves. However, we're having other words that I believe that you all know about them that are irregular nouns. So we will change the word completely or it will remain the same. Like man, one man and two men. We're having child, one child and three children. Well, how about sheep? One sheep and a group of sheep. The same word. And fish, we will have the same word, which is fish. The sea is full of fish. It is fish. Okay? So, in your books, page 43, the regular nouns for the plural. For most regular nouns, just add S to form the plural. Letters, cards, emails, just add S. Then, if the noun ends with an S, CH, SH, O, or X, we will add ES. In box, in boxes. Business, S, businesses. Also, watch, watches, because it ends with CH or S. How about regular nouns that ends with a Y? Like city, we will change it into IES. So cities, companies, and stories. We have taken out the Y and use IES instead. Then, for regular nouns that ends with an F or FE, we will change the F into VES. So we will say leaves and also wives. Leaves and wives, and also lives. Okay. If the noun has a vowel before the final Y, just like when we said that we're having boy or a day. So boy will be boys, just add an S. Day will be days. And donkey will be donkeys. Some irregular nouns, just like man and men, woman and women, child and children, tooth and teeth, also foot and feet, mouse and mice, we're having the same, deer and deer, and also fish and fish. These are not following any rule. Now back to the story in here, and I want you to notice the words that are highlighted in red. The village, the job, also the newspaper and the sun. We're speaking here actually about the articles. What are the articles? Articles are of two types, whether definite, I know what I'm speaking about, or it's general indefinite. The definite is the, and the indefinite is whether a or an. Speaking about the indefinite article, the general word, it's not specific. They are a or an, and we use them only with singular noun when, if it means only one. A pen, it means one pen. An envelope, it means only one envelope. However, we use it before a singular noun. So it comes before the noun, not after. No, before a pen, before the pen. The A, we will use it with consonants, any consonant sound, and the an, we will use them with vowels. What are vowels? They are the A, E, I, O, and U sound. Notice it's the sound, not the letter. So we're saying a radio, a painting, and we can say an airport, an English class. An airport and an English class. How about the definite article? Definite, it means very specific and I know what I'm speaking about. Definite, we use it with both one and more than one, singular and plural. So use it with any noun, whether it's singular or plural. And also, we use it before, it comes before it. So I got a dress. The dress was torn. I know which dress I'm speaking about. The moon, the sun, because we're only having one. Okay, so the definite articles. We use the definite article the before singular and plural noun when we know what we are referring to. The children at the local school got some new computers. I know which children. Also, we can use the for objects that are special and one of the kind, like the internet, the sun, the Masmak fortress, and we're having the Holy Quran. Because we're only having one. If I say the sun, everyone will know it. If I say Holy Quran, everyone will know it because it's only one book. Now in your book's page 106, let's try to use the articles in here. The cell phone has completely changed the way we communicate and interact with the digital world today. Modern cell phone, we will use the. Or smartphone is all you need to be informed about what is happening in a word. It's only one word, the word around you. From cell phone, from cell phones, because more than one, you can not only make calls and send messages, but you can also send emails. Go on internet, only one, the internet, buy things, bank online, and listen to the news in real time, and much more. Nowadays, there is no longer a need to own more than one device. Having a cell phone covers it all. One cell phone will do it all for you. For your homework, I want you to refer to your books on page 105, exercise P. It's about the article definite and the indefinite articles. Exercise P. Okay, guess that is it for the lesson today, and thank you so much for your time.